Hello, everyone, and welcome to Visalia Talks, your local talk show that brings you everything you need to know about what's going on right here in your community. And I've got a treat for us today. I've got German Cervantes. And yes, say hello, German. How are you?
Hello, everybody, from Visalia Talks, German Cervantes from Dinuba, California.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, German. We met at the Chinese New Year celebration. Yes, I said, come on down. Let's tell your story. Yeah, so you've got Planet Geeman. I think you've got a couple of businesses, don't you?
Yes,
That's
I
what
do.
I feel like.
Yes, I do. So this is right here is my video game and tech corporation, Planet Geeman. And what I do is I fix computers or any other electronics. And I charge normally $50 due to my competitors charging over 300, 500, even 1,000. So if you can come right down for me to fix your computers, don't be afraid to do so.
Absolutely. So that's the computers, tablets, stuff like that. So game consoles. I mean, he can build a computer. He does computer maintenancing, troubleshooting, networking, parts replacements. So you got a device that needs some working on. Give him a call. Let him know what's going on with it, and he can get you hooked up with that. Now, we also want to talk about some other stuff that you've got going on. Yeah, because you've got some autism awareness stuff going on.
Yes, I do. So this is what I have right here. So this is the first design for my shirt.
And
Love it. resembling the Superman logo. And then I also have this one too.
Gorgeous. So what brought this to your mind? What made you think, you know what, I want to make some shirts?
Okay, so
how did this happen?
So in the beginning, I was diagnosed with autism when I was 8 years old.
Okay.
And so I was diagnosed through a nonprofit called Central Valley Regional Center.
Okay.
So, and the way how my family found out that there was something different about me, I didn't start talking till I was 4.
Okay.
And then the way how I would communicate with my family is by pulling them up and then pointing objects. And then I never made eye contact, and I was a little bit shy.
Okay.
So, and the way how I found out I had autism was when I was 13 at the time. And then I began services, which is I had a lot of therapy, seeing psychologists, psychiatrists, and then I was on meds as well. And then I began, and right after the year finding out I had autism, that's when and then when I turned 14, that's when I began to advocate people for autism.
Wow. What made you want to advocate? What made you want to do that? So that way they can know what's going on and they can get the help?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what made me find out more about autism was from when I was bullied.
Okay.
And when I was bullied, and the discovery of how I found out about I had autism through my therapist.
Right.
And I kept wondering myself, what is autism like? How did I get it? How I was born with it? And is there a cure for autism? I was like, and I asked my therapist, and I asked him, like, can you show me what autism is?
Yeah.
So the therapist that I've had, they educated me about autism. So I brought it into the schools that I went to, and the kids started asking me, German, what's autism? German, what's autism? And since then, and I began to educate them. And since then, I've been educating for autism.
Yeah. So were you maybe one of the first maybe kids in your school that might have had it? They weren't used to it?
They didn't know what autism was because their brains were still processing the information.
Yeah.
So when I got to high school, that's when both students, male and females, they started having a little bit of an understanding
of what's going on.
What's going on with autism. And part of that is because many of the students that I went to at Dinuba High School, they ended up having kids with autism.
Okay.
Siblings, nephews, nieces, even they have uncles and even loved ones with autism and friends of the family with autism. Because not only am I representing autism, but I'm also representing the Latino community since my family comes from Mexico.
Yeah.
So I not only have to introduce autism in English, I have to introduce autism in Spanish and other languages.
Wow. So what kinds of things are you putting out there for awareness? What kinds of things are you putting out there?
I am putting out awareness with doing interviews public speaking engagements. Another thing is selling shirts with fundraisers. And these autism shirts, I charge $20, and they go directly to my scholarship dedicated to high school seniors with autism, or a high school senior that was impacted by someone with autism.
That's absolutely amazing. How can they get in contact with you if they want to purchase one of these shirts?
If they wish to purchase a shirt or a computer, don't be afraid to reach out to me on my social media, which is TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook under German Cervantes. TikTok and Instagram is German_autism. Or just give me a text at 559-590-5379. Once again, 559-590-5379.
I love that, German. What kind of joy has this brought to you, spreading this awareness?
Bringing this awareness is that people have gotten to know me better. People have gotten to know me better. I've been getting invited to a few places. And then another thing I also got to talk to you was my interview with the LA Times.
Yeah.
And this interview that I got from the Los Angeles Times was a couple days ago, was when I was on my trip visiting family in Mexico in the state of Michoacan. And this interview was through Zoom because I'm part of two nonprofits. One of them is called Disability Voices United. That's the nonprofit that does the Self-Advocate Speakers Bureau, where I'm able to go out and public speak about autism and the video game industry.
Ooh.
And then also, I'm also part of another nonprofit here in Fresno called Board & Busters.
Okay.
So Board & Busters is more like a work balance nonprofit where we volunteer and give back, but at the same time, we travel to the places where we want to go to. So some of the places I got to go to in Board & Busters is New York, Hawaii, and Los Angeles with the Jennifer Hudson Show.
Ooh, wow. How was that?
Okay. First time I went to New York, I went to New York twice. One of them was because I was getting invited to more shows, which was Live with Kelly and Mark, Tamron Hall, Sherry Shepherd, Drew Barrymore, and Stephen Colbert.
Wow.
And the way how it was, and one of the shows that grabbed me in New York was called Live with Kelly and Mark on ABC 30.
That's my favorite. I've been watching that since I was a kid. I mean, all the new hosts and all of that stuff, but I love their show.
Yes, and two of the most famous celebrities that I was recognized as part of the audience member was Colin Farrell.
Ooh.
And the other was Kelsey Grammer.
Ooh, wow.
And part of that was because the way how the both of them recognized me was because I had a Superman, a Spider-Man, and a Mario plushie right by my side.
Oh.
And they all said hi to me.
Oh, I love that. Oh, so you were interviewed. You were in their studio audience.
Yes.
So you got to see the show being taped.
Yes.
Love
and
it.
then the Jennifer Hudson show, I went 3 times. 2023 twice, October, November, and 2024 was, as people say, third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm.
Is when I finally got to meet Jennifer Hudson. I came face to face with her, and then that's when I got to hug her twice.
2 hugs in one. Look at that, making it all worth it, huh? Absolutely. I bet she gives a good hug.
She does. She's really nice. I kid you not.
Nah, that's lovely. I love that for you.
Yeah,
I love it. Is there? What else do you want to tell them about autism and maybe some awareness? What is it when you go out to speak to people? Let the community know what you want to let them know.
You're not alone.
Oh.
You are not alone, and you're not the only one that was diagnosed with autism. And because for me, not only did autism affected me too, it also got passed down to my nieces and nephews because my brother has a son with autism. And the only difference is between his and mine is that his autism is on the severe nonverbal autism, and I'm on the high functioning autism. And I'm trying my best to get as many services as I can to help one of the nieces and nephews who has autism. So, absolutely. Yes, and then autism is something that's not a disease it's not a disease you can catch or something that caused it. Because many of the causes of autism that are not true, that are false, is video games or junk food or poor parenting, or the most common false trait is vaccines. So that's something that you're just born with, and that's something you deal with your whole life.
Okay. So you can't catch autism.
No, you can't catch autism. It's something you're born with.
Okay. And there's many ways to still function depending on where you are on the spectrum. You can still go through life. I mean, look at you. Look at you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Business owner.
Yes.
Worldwide traveler.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. So, okay, we've got the shirts here. So these are funding, you said the scholarships.
Yes.
Yes. Explain to them a little more about the scholarships and how they can apply for these scholarships.
The way how you can apply for the scholarships, right now I'm only based in the German's Autism Awareness Scholarship. The application is through Dinuba High School.
Okay.
And if you needed anyone who works at a school district in Tulare County or Fresno, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and that way I can contact Dinuba High School to give me the copy of the scholarship.
Perfect.
So that way,
it doesn't matter where you go.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as if the school districts from all over the Central Valley can reach out to me, and I can give them the copy.
Central Valley Schools, yeah. Central Valley Schools, get on it. If you were affected by autism, whether it was through you or someone near you who has autism, you can apply for this scholarship. Yes, absolutely. And the scholarship is going to help them with what?
It will help them with books, food, writing, pencils, pens,
whatever they need.
And it also depends on what they're majoring on.
Okay. Sounds good. Absolutely. I absolutely love your energy, and I love what you're putting out there. I love that you've taken something and from such an early age just wanted to know all about it. You didn't get this news and you're like, man, now I've got to deal with this my whole life. No, you took this news and you said, let's tell everybody about how wonderful this is. Let's tell everybody about all the help that's out there. Let's tell everybody about how special they are. There's not something wrong with them.
Right.
They just do things a little bit differently than the rest.
Right.
And there's a bunch. There's so many. You're right. They're not alone. You're not alone. I absolutely love that. I love your journey, the journey that you're going through, the light that you're spreading.
Yeah.
Yeah. The joy. I bet you give so much joy out there everywhere you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. I absolutely love that. Is there anything else that you want to say out to the community before we let you go?
Honestly, thank you so much for listening to my story, and by this time, each and every one of you will be inspired, and you will never be disappointed.
There you go. Live life to the fullest and just be happy, huh? Just be happy with the cards you were dealt, huh? That's it. Accept it.
Different, not less. That's what the autism motto is.
Different, not less. Absolutely.
Okay.
You're an absolute ray of sunshine, German.
Oh,
I thank you for coming in and speaking with our people today.
Yes, and thank you. And it was also nice meeting each and every one of you who attended the Chinese New Year festival in Visalia.
Absolutely, yes, that was fun. That was my first time going to a Chinese New Year.
Me too.
Really? Did you like? It was cool.
It was everybody's first time.
Yeah, I bet. It was really cool. I look forward to seeing you more and to seeing the things that I would love to see you speak and be out there at one of your speeches. And help you to get out there more. Yeah. So if you guys have a need, if you guys need a speaker, do you accept donations or anything like that for your scholarship or anything?
Sure, I can accept.
Absolutely,
I can accept that.
Absolutely. If you want to give him a hand, if you want to help him out, he's doing these shirts. He does speeches, and he's trying to help our community with understanding and knowledge, and it's absolutely wonderful. If you want to help him with his scholarships, if you want to apply for the scholarships, get in contact with him. All of his tags will be on there. Thank you so much, German. We will see you. We'll see you.
I look forward to doing my advocacy, and I look forward to fixing each and every one of your guys' computers and electronics.
Yes. Oh, that's right. Give them a call for the computer repair. Not just computers, and that's the Apples as well. Apple or Windows.
Apple or Windows.
Tablets, laptops, cell phones, game consoles.
Yes.
You said.
And that one, game consoles, I will need to partner with Best Buy on that when it comes to repairing.
Okay.
I will need to partner with Best Buy in regards of when it comes to the hard stuff like the consoles.
I might know someone who might be able to help and might charge you a little bit less than Best Buy. That's that guy right there.
Okay.
So we'll have to connect you guys, because I bet he can be a lot of help to you, and like I said, charge you a lot less than what Best Buy is, and then just be there for the cause of helping you.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. It was such a pleasure talking with you. I met you already, but it was such a pleasure talking with you.
Think of it as a reunion.
Yes, it was a nice reunion. Reunited, and it feels so good.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
and we'll see you guys soon, and I'll see you again too.
I will.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right. Bye.